Hello peeps. So this is a new system that I'm just sticking on Etsy now. It's a i5-7500 16GB of RAM. It was going to have a GTX 780 Ti on it, but I'm having some issues with that card. I think there's something wrong with it. So it's got an RX570 in it, a Sapphire. What else to say about it? It's had two brand new fans in. It's got a Noctua cooler in it, and that's about all you need to know about it, to be fair. Good little system, great emulation box, really good. So yeah, it's not a massive difference to my 2TB. I'll go up and tell you as we go along. So I'm shared CPC. 1945 games, main 2393 games, followed by Neil 1696, Tower 2600, 647, 800, 112, Atari 5271, Atari ST 307, 59 7800 games, 83 games, 54, 48 games, 110, 97, 169, 1472, 1942, 107, 33, 212, 140, 97, and 323, 832, 651, 800, 315, 580, 384, which will go down, I'll explain in a second, 1038, 294, 82, 208, which will go down a couple of as well, 24, 75, 319, 831, 262, 33, 32, 275, 35, 284, 97, 323, 419, 93, 1541, 549, 628, 59. Thank God for that, because I bet you're getting sick of my voice. Yeah, so all games 22,953, and I will say what I'm going to start giving away a few bits and bobs soon. So if you want to subscribe to my channel, I'd appreciate it, because I'm going to set myself a target and I'm going to give stuff away. I've got a couple of Super Console Xboxes. One's an Xbox Pro, Super Console X Pro. I've got another one downstairs which is the one up from that, which is £175, which I just don't use. It's out in a box. And also I brought this week, which came yesterday, I brought it a couple of weeks ago from AliExpress, the Kinank 2TB external hard drive, because I wanted to compare it. I wanted to have a look at it to see if it's better than the Console X Pros. So I'm going to do a full review on that, and then I'm going to give it away. When I'm going to set a target, probably like 250 subscribers or something. I've only got 70 subscribers. There's many people watch the videos and don't subscribe, so you know, if you're into a freebie, you might as well subscribe. You don't have to turn the notifications on so it don't bug you, but just it doesn't take much just to press subscribe on it, and you might win something if you choose to enter when I do it. So from a 2TB system, I've changed a lot of this that I do on here. I'm just going to have a cup of sip of my tea because my voice will start going. A lot of stuff what's on this drive is on the 2TB is the same. Basically, I forgot to tell you in this, it's a 3TB hard drive, and it's got a Samsung Evo 250 SSD in it. Both got games, both got different RAMs on and stuff. But anyway, yeah, the Amstrad on my old video, which is upgraded on the 2TB drive. I put all the videos on as whatever I can find, which wasn't there before. They were just all pictures. So that's the first thing. MAME on this system's got the CHD files in, but also on my MAME and FB Neo, I have been through and clicked every single game in here. So if it didn't work, I took it out of the system. So I'm gonna sip of my tea. My voice is gonna go again. Excuse me. So yeah, every single game in here works. Every single game. Same with Final Burn Neo. That's actually a connection of like 6,500 ROMs. You got a lot of same games in these two systems, but there's a lot of differences, and also there's some games like I found certain games like I Cry Warriors, that sort of game, like the top-down shooter type thing. Like on MAME, a few of them systems you could only push up, down, left, and right. So if you wanted to shoot diagonally, you couldn't do it. Whereas on the Final Burn Neo, it seemed to have an 8-way controller on your joystick, which is a lot better. So, you know, excuse me again. I could talk legs off at Iron Donkey, and then straight away as I start doing these videos, it just affects my throat for some reason. But yeah, you'll find a lot of differences on them, even though there's a lot of games that repeat in between. They are two totally different systems. They are two totally different ROM packs. Well, anyway, same with the Atari as well. They are fully compatible, the Ataris. I've not been through every game on the 2600. But the likes of the 5200, 7800, Lynx and Jaguar, I've clicked on every game to make sure they work. And also with a lot of these systems, if I just quickly load a game, I've also added every single bezel project. So whatever game you load, the borders there will be that game's borders basically. With as many games as I could, and that works for a lot of the systems. Same if you click theme park. If they haven't got them, they'll just show a thing, but there you go, it's the theme park bezels around the outside, which I think adds a lot to it. I don't like to stretch the screens on certain systems. I do on some newer ones like the Xbox and PlayStation 2 and that, but so same with all these. These are all on the 2TB system. Commodore 64. The thing I did with this is I've cut the system down to 1470. I think it was even lower on my old 2TB system, but then I've added more to it and gone through the compatibility as well. So I don't know, I'll just load any game up here. So what I've done with this, I've altered the bezels. I've edited them so it tells you all the controls on the bezels. So obviously it tells you on the left, if you press your left thumbstick in, it changes to the joystick. So some games won't be working on joystick. If you press your left thumbstick in, it'll start working. Your left shoulder buttons, you run the stop button. And then as it is on the left, you've got Y and N, because you get a lot of these games of trainers. So they'll ask you if you want infinite lives on and stuff like that. So you can press yes and no, and just copy what's there basically. So that where it's saying function 1 page, if I push up on the right thumbstick, that's function 1. Push down function 7, so it'll exit it. So that's just to show you the controls. I basically edited that. Same again, these all on 2TB. Xbox got more games on it. It's 70 on the 2TB, and there's like an extra 20 or 30 games on here. Quick look through them. Don't believe that. Oh no, it does. I'm thinking something else. I was thinking it didn't work, but it was something else. I played that actually, so I know it does work. Anyway, same again. I've had a tinker about in these as well. I found a lot of which I didn't know was in there, duplicate ROMs which I've been it's just basically been tidying up here and there. You keep going and going and going and finding stuff because there's that many games, so I've tidied them up the best I can. Same with Nintendo. All these shooter games here I've been in and altered the controls because they are like a GoldenEye and that they're always all over the place. So I've been in and edited and saved every first-person shooter sort of the control system on it to make it so it's pretty much as you'd want it. Like your right trigger button will be shoot and left trigger button will be aim and stuff like that. Nintendo GameCube, like I said, this will drop a little bit because I haven't done it's a new system that I'll put in this. It's a new collection what I got, and I haven't done the .m3u files, which are basically when you get a multi-disc game, so it's not showing the second disc and stuff, and it'll just automatically load them. Also, with likes of that there, All-Star Baseball 2002, 2003, 2004. I'll go in, take them two off, and just leave the 2004 on. And it'll be the same with likes of NBA Jam, FIFA, all that sort of stuff. So there, I'll just leave FIFA 2007 on. You know, and just to make a little bit extra room, they'll be gone. Well, let's try and... Wow, is that a 2-disc game or is it a repeat? There, see that's disc 2. If you click on edit, this game's metadata up at top, it'll tell you that's disc 2. So when I do the files, it will hide that one. Well, it will hide both discs, and it just puts a separate file on, and it basically loads both discs up. So when it asks you to change its disc, it will automatically do it for you, which I've done on the PlayStation already. I haven't done it on this. Well, that's that. 3DS is. I think on my 2TB there's only like 30 out of these, there's 290 out of these, and also every single game in here works. I've been and clicked every game. That's what I'm doing with most of my systems now. I want my drive to be as compatible as I could possibly get it. So I'd love it if you clicked every single game that worked. You know, I say it all the time, I'd rather have 20,000 working games than 100,000 games and only 40,000 of them work. So, you know, I really want high compatibility. Wii U isn't on my 2TB. Which has got some really good little games on it. Mario Bros. Obviously Mario Kart on this for me, which is Mario Kart 8 is probably the best Mario Kart ever made, I reckon. But yeah, it's a lot of decent games in that. Panasonic 3DO is another one that I've added on. That'll drop in numbers again because I'll have to do the M.3 files like there. I'm assuming that's a 2-disc game. Yeah, disc 1, disc 2. So I'll obviously, once I've done it, that'll just be shown as one game. So at the minute it's counting that as 2 games, where it's not, it's only one game, disc 1 and 2. But I'm assuming, like that's 208, I'm assuming that'll probably drop down to about 190, and with a GameCube, I don't know, maybe 350 when I took all the like FIFAs out and the Maddens and stuff like that. Tony Swain's already there, that's already there, that's already there, Genesis. Model 2, I don't believe that was on my old 2TB, but it is now. If you buy a 2TB drive, that's already on it. Saturn's there, 32X, and it's the same with Naomi. I don't believe that was on my old 2TB, but it is now. Right, I need to go in and change that. These files here are literally the Thomas Wave games that got put in here by mistake. So I need to go in and delete them, sort of that. Sharp, that wasn't on my 2TB, but it is now. And Spectrum, same, no deal, same. Now PlayStations is the main one that I've done on this 3TB, because on my 500 gig, 1TB, 2TB drive, I've got a CHD collection that have all been cut, basically they've all been cut down, so they took all the music out of the games to make them a lot smaller file. It's a really compact set of ROMs. So like on I500 gig, there's 700 PlayStation games. On the 1TB and 2TB is 1100. PlayStation games, I believe. On this, there's 1500, but these are all the full unpacked CHC files. So basically we've got all the music in and everything, which I wanted to do because, you know, there's a lot of PlayStation fanboys out there, obviously. It was a brilliant system back in the day, PlayStation, so I wanted you to have the choice of getting one where everything's done, and also all the .m3u files are done on there, so that's 2 and 3. You'll get not one repeats in these 1500 games, and also there's no disc 2 showing. It's literally everything's been sorted in it. So like on the 2TB and the ones, it's a really good pack, but you know, you can't please everybody, so it's a bit awkward. It's a lot of people like me, I weren't really bothered about having the music while I play games. A lot of music I turn off anyway, but obviously you're going to get a lot of people who probably won't like that. All the sound effects are on, obviously, but it just cuts the music off. Or on some games, they'll just play, like, say if there's 10 songs on there, they'll just play one, so you might play Gran Turismo on it, and it will just keep playing the same song over and over. PlayStation 2, same on the 2TB and PSP portable. So basically that's the difference on it. You know, you've got the bigger PlayStation 1 collection, and it's a full collection. It's probably best. Well, it is the best collection I've got, and it's all stripped down. So like the FIFA, you go to FIFA in it. I put the 96 in for nostalgia because it's the first one that come out on the PlayStation, I believe. And then I left the World Cup one on, and then we've got the 2005. But literally on my full system, I've got 96, 97, 98, 98, you know, 99, 2000, all the way up to 2005. So I took a lot of them off, and it's same with the NHL games, the Madden games, anything else. If there's a massive collection of them, I've just put the newest one on, basically. It's a really good collection. For the PlayStation, really good. I used to love that game there, Future Cat. Great game. But yeah, there's that. There's obviously the extra 3DS games, there's the 3DO, there's the Wii U. And that's pretty much it, different from my the extra Xbox games. That's pretty much it. With the differences from the 2TB. Oh, and the CHD files for me on the 2TB, then on the the CHD games like Killer Instinct and Street Fighter 3 and stuff like that, which are on here. If I go to Street Fighter 3, if we go to T, it'll be good to go up to it. Oh, that one needs scraping, that. Well, that's one of the CHD files. So, I'd say the CHD files like that and Killer Instinct, you won't get them on the 2TB. But I'll shut up and go on all games. First of all, so here it is. When you get like this, you see like License to Kill. That's on one system, that's on another. That's Commodore 64, and that will probably be the Amstrad or something like that. So when you see all the games like that Nightfire, there's 2 of them. One's Game Boy Advance, look, one's Xbox. So what I will do is just do a bit of a compatibility thing for 20 minutes or so, where I'm just going to come into all games, I'm going to press random game, load it up, play it for a couple of seconds or whatever, just to show you the work, and then try the fun. So random game it, I'll shut up now and drink a cup of tea. Well, that'll show you. Amiga again. I'll come out. It's just to show you how compatible it is. I'm not going to Chinese, Japanese thing. Oh, whatever they are. Again, these have got the bezel project on as well, on the Game Boys. I didn't put it on certain ones because I don't like them on like the Atari Lynx and GameCube and stuff like that. There we go, sort of like that. I'm pretty sure compatibility wise there's probably not many people who've got a system as compatible as this out there, who've spent as much time going through all games as I have. If they had, they're very sad, because I'm sad and they must be sadder than me. Yeah, just to show the work. Also, yeah, another thing I forgot to say. On top of this video, there's like a bit of a wild scrolling thing right at the very top of the screen. That's not on the system at all. I'm sat watching it on my 16 standing down. There's nothing. I don't know why it's doing it on this on my video capture card for some reason. I've just noticed it. I noticed it earlier on. Anyway, again, that game selects. So in fact, instead of doing this, like I said, I'm not going to edit any videos what I do because I haven't got time to edit videos. So what I'll do is load a few of the better systems of the games up to prefer. So we'll come out of this. We'll go down to firstly Xbox, so we'll have a look in here. Let's load up Mafia while we're there. These are set to the second graphics system on it, not set to 1920 1080. I don't think. Some games work perfect with 1920 1080, but odd one will you'll get slowed down on it. It's alright. It's not. This generally is the slow while you're on this first call. If you look down at the bottom corner, you see it's doing 60 frames per second. Come out of that. Not stopping them too long. With an absolute classic here. Yeah, it's good system. I put some Switch games on this, which I was going to leave on, but there were no room in it. But it was when the 780 Ti was in, and it run Super Mario Odyssey and that absolutely fine, which I was really surprised about, to be fair. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure this graphics card's slightly lesser than the 780 Ti. They're very similar. You see, that's obviously graphics are set higher on that than there was on the original game come out. This I'm into fighting family for itself, but I'll load them up. sec. Come out of that. So you like this, it's set at the second resolution there, which is 1280 x 960. This will go to that, which is based on 1920. It says for 1920 1440, whatever, but it's basically a 1920 1080. It'll work on a 1920 by 1080 telly. But I'm pretty sure games like this. It's only an odd one, and I'm 90% certain that your Grand Theft Auto, what I've just been playing on, will run 1920 by 1080 as well. I think most of them will, to be fair. It's just an odd one, but that's probably down to the emulator, not the actual computer. Xbox emulator still isn't great. It took on a hell of a long time to crack that properly. I'm saying that now you've got likes of Nintendo Switch where you can emulate that. That's probably, to be fair, the Switch emulator is probably better than the Xbox one. Saying how new it is as well, it's... And Xboxes were made to last. Right, so that's GameCube. One game that I always check on GameCube. A lot of people, this is where that's just one of this too. A lot of people say test it with F-Zero and stuff like that, and I don't agree with that, because F-Zero for me, there's like a lot of lag spikes on it that's and cutting that doesn't. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Like in the menu and stuff, it'll be running right. For me, this gun is the game that you test your GameCube on, and I believe this is set to 1920 to 1080. Yeah. I've got a save state on this, so I'll load the save state up. So if you're messing about with your GameCube and you want to see how far it'll run, if you load this gun up and like run up here a bit and it starts getting slowed down and audio stuttering and stuff, you'll know. But this is pretty much nailed on. 1920 to 1080, 60 frames per second all the time. So if we go to F-Zero, I can't really hear it because I've got no sound. That minute, I'll just turn the sound up a little bit so I can make sure it's doing it. You'll get drops in the audio and drops in the frames per second on this, where it'll just randomly drop down 5 or 6 frames per second and then stop at 60 frames per second for the rest. It doesn't matter if you change the resolution or anything. That's why I don't agree this is a brilliant game to test on. It's still a good game to test it on, but you'll get certain drops that always happen no matter what resolution you put it on. So, like that, you'll see with the audio. I might not on this actually, because it's pretty for emulation. It's a pretty powerful PC. But usually at the start, when you set off, it'll drop like 55 frames per second or something. It is to go on this. Just now, look. Well, that's just smashing at 60 frames a second, isn't it? But you do get it. I've had it with systems where it'll quickly just drop at start, like a little lag spike down to 50 frames per second, and then you'll do like the rest of the race and it won't drop once on 60 frames per second. So, but anyway, that's that. It's a good, and that's a Super Mario Sunshine as well. Yeah, Super Mario Sunshine on GameCube. That's a good one as well. Like if your computer's not that powerful, it won't run that very good. So it's another one to test it on. I'm not actually been through this one yet. I've literally got 3 GameCube collections. I have got a bigger one, but They're all ISO format and they're like double the size now or less. So 3DS. Again with these 3DSs, let's go to Mario, Super Mario Kart. Some actually decent little games on this, the same what it was. Mario Kart 7, which is not a bad little Mario Kart game. We don't know if all this, that's your right thumbstick. You can either use your mouse or your right thumbstick and you use it and you press it in as if you're using your stylus on your 3DS. I've them boxes in the bottom left hand corner, I just put them on for testing. When I finish doing all my testing, I'll turn them off so they won't go. The same with the 3DS, it's not. I don't know what resolutions it's set at here. Yeah, the emulation's good on it. It's not brilliant on Batocera with a thing. There's certain games like Mario Golf. You can play most games on 1920 1080 or whatever, and then put that Mario Golf on at lowest settings, and it just will not play. Well, that's the emulator, obviously. Is this savers? Oh no, that's it. And you can flip through your different screens there. Well, I'm going to quickly check something here. That's on set on its native. Right, so you go on to. We'll try it on that one. I thought the graphics looked pretty crappy on it. Try and start it quicker. But you can tell straight away looking at that graphic ones. There's some real playable little games on this 3DS. But that's not going to drop below 60 frames a second again. That's on like 1920, 1080, 40 or whatever, as close as it can be to it. Down to that. But yeah, like I say, you can play that on 1920, 1080. You can play all others, most of the others on 1920, 1080. And when you come to lights on that Mario Golf, which come in here and set it to the lowest. To be fair, I haven't tried it on the Radin card. It might run better on the Radin. But I know on the GTX 780 Ti it just will not. It's just as slow as hell. But I'm pretty sure it's the emulator. It's 20 odd frames per second. Not sure how easy you see it. Yeah, it's unplayable basically. Well, I'll leave it on there because they might sort something with the emulator. Batocera updates all the emulators when they get updated, so they might bring a patch in that'll totally update that and make it run perfect. So might sort of left them there. It'll be a good game. That's that. Wii U. Again. In fact, I'll never get it in one sec. Yeah, you can't change the resolution on it when it's set as a 1 unless you can do it in the. You probably help do it in the actual emulator. Assume you is it for Wii U, I believe. Forget that. I'm pretty sure I just press M for Mario. No, it's not working for some reason. Mario Kart 8. Yeah, I've had all Mario Karts and I reckon this for me is probably the best Mario Kart ever made. I used to love the original one. To those who don't know, with the Wii U, when you do the emulator, it basically builds the shaders up as you go along. So obviously I've done a few laps on it, so it's building the shaders up there. So what you'll find is if you're playing a game, it'll tend to get faster the more you play it. And on the PC, I used to, on my full-on gaming PC, I used to go and download the full, like that's Mario Kart version 8, Mario Kart 8 version 4.1. I used to go and find the shader caches online where somebody downloaded them or uploaded the full cache. So literally you got no slowdown on game. Oops. A and B buttons are up wrong, opposite way around on these. You can change them obviously, but this one is not unlocked. On the Switch, everything's unlocked on it. Every course, every car, every character. Pretty much running full speed, whatever resolution it's at. It looks pretty fairly high. Like 720, I don't know. Get out of my way. Brilliant game. I might just sit and play this all night now and just stop this video now. Go up. So yeah. You've got the Marios as well. What was the main one on there? Was it the? I forget that. No, it's 3D World. Super Mario 3D World, wasn't it? Whatever that is, I'm pretty sure it's in here. Donkey Kong. Well, I've been here then. I know full well I've got it, 100%. Unless I'm getting confused, I'm pretty sure Mario 3D World was on Wii U. I'll have to check. I know full well I've got it for whatever system it's on. But I know you've got Breath of the Wild there as well, Zelda. This is what I'm thinking. Super Mario 3D World. Yeah, pretty sure it's on Wii U as well. If I've got it, I know I'll find it. It's not worth looking at 3D, really, to be fair. It's probably only as powerful, or less powerful than the PlayStation. And I haven't had a look at the compatibility at least. There's probably one system because it's only 200 games. I'll probably go for every one of them to make sure every game works before it's sent out. Dreamcasters from flawlessly. PlayStation 2. One that they check here, which is probably one of the best ones to check on it. There's two actually what I find. You'll find God of War 2. Let's have a look. I believe it's set to advanced system options, yeah, it's set to 1080p. So I haven't actually tried this with this card. I know on the 780 Ti it runs perfect on 1080p, so let's just make sure that we've got this on so I can have a look how fast this one. I don't know if I've got a save state out of it. I'm just going to have to shift because I'm getting numb. I'm sat on the floor. Yeah, I've got a save state. So yeah, it runs fine at 60 frames per second on this card as well. So I don't think they're really close. Close cards. It was like the very similar version. But the 780 Ti and the 57. I think the 780 Ti was slightly better, but not by much. Well, that's that. And the other one to test on the PlayStation 2, which I find, which a lot of computers have a lot of problems with, is Need for Speed Underground. Well, a lot of the Need for Speed games. So again, that's game options. That's on 1080p. Decorations, heads-up display. That's on. I know this one at full speed on the 780. That's save state then. The change view. So yeah, 1920 1080, 6 frames a second. Not dropping. A lot of lesser systems really struggle with this game. Really struggle. PlayStation Portable, they'll just run it whatever you put them at. I mean, this is going into my 4K telly, but it'll probably run PlayStation Portable at 4K, but I don't know whether that's going to affect the recording, because it's only 1920 with 1080, I think. Try that, because that's quite demanding, that game is. It might not run like so that at full speed on 1080p. Decorations. I have to remember to turn all these off. I'll pretty much wrap this video up with this. But it's a great little system. I'm going to put it on at 375. You know, you could, if you didn't want to use the Batocera, you could probably use it as a bit of a gaming PC. It won't obviously run all the newest titles on full whack, it'll run them, but I know the card cost me 115 quid. The motherboard and processor cost me 125, so that's like 230 quid there. It's got a 3TB hard drive in Western Digital one that's got a 2-year warranty with it because it's from CX. It's got a 500 gig Samsung drive in which has got a 2-year warranty with it, so it's pretty much, I'm not making a great deal of money selling this at that price whatsoever. I'm making pittance basically. But it gets rid of a computer, that's the main reason I'm doing it. So I've got about 10 PCs here at the minute. It's a brilliant game, this is.
I'm liking this now.
This is one of the more demanding games on this, and it's set at 1920 by 1080. It's not going to drop below 60. I should have done a save state then, really. Oh, it's game options. Random resolution. I don't know whether this is going to cut out now on the recording thing. 2160, 4K basically. None of that'll be 4K, so obviously when you start the actual game, all your video and your screen, that won't be running 4K. It always says 1920 by 1080 on that box as well, no matter what resolution you put it in. But yeah, that's not dropping again, with 60 frames per second. So if you're going to run this, if you was going to think about buying it and you're going to stick it on a 4K monitor, you'll be able to play all these games on 4K on the PSP. You'd probably be able to get away with some other ones on it as well. Let me just pull that down. 1080p. And turn the decorations off. So yeah, I know. GameCube again. Mario Golf, that was brilliant. I used to love the Mario Golf games. Rendering resolution. I'll try that 1440p. Like I say, it won't record anyway in 4K because it's only a 1920 by 1080 capture card. So. I'm pretty sure if you had this system, it'll just run a lot of like these GameCube games on 4K. Looks really good, really vivid, that does with the colours. I'm gonna tell you. Anyway. Something for Christmas. Absolutely brilliant. Someone, an old retro gamer would absolutely love this system for Christmas, so it's going on Etsy very shortly. Anybody interested? Thanks for watching. I'll cut that off now. Ta-da!